Apex Legends. What is this game? This is a brand new Battle Royale game just dropped on us by Respawn Entertainment. They are the creators of Titanfall, and it takes place in the Titanfall universe, but it's not a Titanfall game. We'll get onto that in a bit. It's decidedly different to other Battle Royale games currently dominating the market. In this video, I'm going to give you a rundown of pretty much everything you need to know about Apex Legends, so that when you jump in, you know what to expect. Okay then, let's get some basics out of the way first of all. Apex Legends features 60 player matches where 20 trios fight it out to be the last squad standing. Loot is on the ground and in buildings. You've got crates to open around the world, including more loot, and you've got a circle that closes in stages, just like other Battle Royale games. This isn't a Titanfall game, however, although it might look and feel like it. Here's the backstory. It's set within the Titanfall universe hundreds of years after the frontier war between the IMC and the militia. When the war ended, the two factions took almost everything and left the natives to fend for themselves, with many of them relocating to the Outlands, a cluster of planets at the fringe of the frontier. Here, danger lurks around every corner. You're taking part in the Apex Games, a blood sport where legends from all corners of the frontier compete for fame, money, and ultimately, victory. In this setting, you take on the role of one of 8 current legends. These characters possess unique abilities that define their playstyle. So think Overwatch heroes crossed with Rainbow Six Siege operators, and you're kind of on the right track. Each legend has a passive ability, a tactical ability, and an ultimate ability. Weapons, gadgets, grenades, healing items, armor, and shield boosters are all here. Weapons use projectile bullets. There's no hit scan tech being used. That means at longer ranges it's going to take skill to hit your target, and you do need to be using the right tools for the job at hand. There's no use using a pistol to try and hit an enemy that's over 100 meters away. It's a free-to-play game, I know that's pretty surprising, and it's launched on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Cosmetic microtransactions like weapon skins, Legends clothing, and more, they're going to be supporting the future development of the game. But it is worth noting that 1 year's worth of support has already been committed to by Respawn, with the team releasing this rough roadmap detailing 4 seasons over the next 12 months. Sounds pretty interesting so far, right? The livestream reveal definitely got me interested. There are some deeper points to explain that set Apex Legends apart from other Battle Royale games though, and we're going to start by taking a little bit of a closer look at the legends you can currently play as. When you first launch the game, you'll be able to choose from 6 of the 8 legends to play as in a match, and within your squad you cannot have duplicate legends, so it's best you get familiar with all of them and pick ones that complement the other choices made by your squad mates. All the legends have backstories and past lives, so you're going to get to know them a little bit more as you play. It's a little bit like Overwatch in that regard. Bloodhound is my favourite legend at the moment, but more for what he looks like than anything else. I really like the bird mask that he's got on. The passive ability for this legend, called Tracker, lets you see tracks of enemy players who pass through not long before you have, but they do disappear after a while. Eye of the Allfather, the tactical ability, briefly reveals hidden enemies, traps, and clues that are close by you, and Beast of the Hunt, the ultimate ability, enhances your senses, highlighting enemies more clearly and allows you to move faster for a shorter period of time. This guy is a little bit of an intel gatherer, but he plays a stealth role too. That's why I really like this legend. Gibraltar is another interesting one. He's known as the Shielded Fortress, and this guy is huge. He's a support-focused legend with abilities that directly help others in the squad stay alive and protected from enemies. His passive ability is Gun Shield. It deploys when you aim down the sights of the weapon you're holding, and this blocks incoming fire across the kind of upper half of his body, but his feet remain unprotected. His tactical ability, Dome of Protection, throws down a glowing dome shield on the ground, which blocks incoming attacks for 15 seconds. Squad members can then move inside the dome and heal up if they need to. And his ultimate ability is Defensive Bombardment. This is essentially a mortar strike, and it's awesome. Mark the location, set up behind cover, and wait for hell to rain down on your enemies. The other legends, Bangalore, Caustic, Lifeline, Mirage, Pathfinder, and Wraith, are included with Apex at launch, and more will be coming through the seasons that you can unlock and use as well. That's going to adjust the meta as the game moves forward, and as I alluded to earlier, getting yourself familiar with all of the legends on offer is going to be important. Moving on, let's talk about the entrance to a round of Apex Legends. This really stuck with me because it's decidedly different from other Battle Royale games. First of all, you get to pick your legends from this kind of draft screen here. Each player in the squad gets a set amount of time to pick their legend. If you're further down the list, you might have to reconsider your choice if someone else picks what you wanted. But the idea here is to pick legends that complement each other, and then you've got your best chance of winning. From there, as you fly across the map waiting to jump down, your squad is assigned something called a Jump Master. This is a person that has the job of picking the location for your squad to drop in at, and not only that, takes control of all 3 players and guides them down to the ground. I think the aim here is to emphasize the inherent team play attributes of Apex Legends, and it reminds players that you should really stick together. As you drop, you're all together in one unit, you loot together, and you stay close during those early dangerous moments. If another squad drops in nearby you, you should have backup, and that makes early game fights a lot more interesting. The movement system in Apex Legends is quite fluid, but it's not as fluid as previous games made by Respawn in that Titanfall universe. If you've played any of the previous Titanfall games, you'll know the developers put a lot of time and effort in there to really remove any kind of friction from the controls, and that same objective has been acted on here in Apex Legends. You can slide around down slopes and you can shoot whilst you're doing it, you can clamber up walls that aren't too high, maybe jumping over an object and flanking an enemy. However, if you try and scramble up a wall that's too high, you're going to fall back to the ground and present yourself as a target to a nearby enemy. There's no wall running in this game, but that feature came due to the pilot suits that you wore in Titanfall, and those don't exist here. And movement around the map is aided by all of these zip lines. It makes things much easier to get from objective to objective, or even just to get out of a situation, you can zipline away to a better position. Apex Legends also has a ping system, and I see it really as an extension to the marking system that other Battle Royale games use. Using different taps of the ping button assigned to your controller or to a button on your mouse or keyboard, you can contextually point to different things in the world. One tap will simply mark a place to go, and that will show up for your squad mates. A double tap will ping an enemy marker, letting squad mates know there is an enemy in that direction. You can use it to mark the next building that you want to loot in, you can mark the location of a high-tier weapon for one of your squad members to go and pick up, or perhaps even signal where to throw a grenade if your squad member has a better angle than you do. It's a really good implementation to use when you're playing in a squad with other people you don't know. You can basically tell them, without talking to them, exactly what's happening. And since Apex Legends, at the moment, doesn't have solo or duo matches, you're going to be playing with randoms quite a lot, I think. I do hope Respawn adds solos and duos in the near future. I understand the game is all about working as a team and combining different legend abilities, but solos and duos would be insanely popular as well. Not everybody has friends online to play with all of the time. Looting and inventory management has had a lot of thought put into it as well. If you want to swap a weapon that you're holding for another one on the ground, but you've got attachments applied to the weapon you're holding, the game will automatically transfer the attachments onto the weapon that you pick up. This means less time managing an inventory and more time focusing on the dangers around you. You can carry multiple healing items like syringes, medkits, shield recharges, and more, and these can be accessed via a wheel when holding down the button that you click to apply the healing item. If your shield needs recharging, bring up the wheel, swing it round, and select the shield item. If you need a quick health boost, swing the wheel around and select syringes. It's really quick, it's really fluid, and it's just a great way to manage your character on the fly. And as a side note, there is no fall damage in this game, so if you want to, you can just throw yourself off the edge of a cliff and survive. A little bit disconcerting the first time you do it, thinking you're going to die, but then you end up surviving. There's very little environmental damage in this game, so you really just need to be worried about the other legends, where they are, and killing them instead. However, during my playtime last night, I played about 4.5 hours already, one of the best features that I've found in Apex Legends is respawning. And yes, I know that sounds a little bit odd for a Battle Royale game, but trust me, it's a really useful mechanic, and I think it's been implemented in a balanced way as well, so you can't just abuse it. If one of your squad mates gets knocked down, you can of course move up to them and revive them like in other Battle Royale games if the coast is clear. But if they're completely killed by an enemy, they drop all their loot in this crate. Now, in other Battle Royale games, that means that player in your squad cannot be revived and has to sit in the spectator for the rest of the round. However, in Apex Legends, within that crate, and if you can grab it within the time limit, is a chip. This chip is the player that died. You can then head to one of the many respawn locations dotted around the map, load the chip in, and bring back your dead squad mate so they can live to fight on. They respawn with no loot whatsoever, that's all contained within the crate that they left behind when they died, but getting an extra squad member back is really, really valuable. It's another set of eyes. I think this is a great addition to the game. I was a little bit dubious about the system when I first heard about it, but its implementation is really, really good. It's balanced because the respawn machines are literally out in the middle of nowhere in full view of lots of other people that could be in that area. So you've got to weigh up whether it's worth respawning that character whilst running across basically an open field in order to get there. I think when you first jump into Apex Legends, you're going to have to expect the unexpected. Go in with a mindset that it isn't like any other Battle Royale game, whether that's Fortnite, Blackout, PUBG, etc. It really is its own offering, and it doubles down on that squad play mantra. This is why I think at the moment, Respawn hasn't implemented solo and duo matches, because the Legends are designed to work in groups rather than on their own. That said, if there is one thing I wish Respawn would add right away, and this is after only about 4 hours of game time, it's solo and duo play. Not everyone has friends online all the time to squad up with, and having more options to play in different ways would help, I think, get more people interested in jumping in and giving this game a go. So, there you have it, everything you need to know about Apex Legends. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section about this one. Is it a game you're going to be trying out, or are Battle Royale games in general just not your thing? Drop me a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to be posting some more videos on this game moving forward, so look out for those if you're interested. But if you're not interested, then don't worry, I'll be back with some Battlefield 5 coverage later this week too. But until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.